Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Jstobigdata. Today I have got a series on executors in Java. So let's get started. Let's understand the executor frameworks in details. What are the different task schedulers or thread pools available and what sort of use cases fits in for each of these task scheduler or thread pools. In Java, an executor is a high-level abstraction for executing tasks asynchronously. Okay. So these executor frameworks can execute threads, tasks, or callable. There are cases when you want to schedule an activity at a specific time. Sometimes like we perform batch processing, we want to update to certain validations or verifications in the background at a particular time. So that's when task schedulers comes into play. In regular activities also we deal with threads, right? And so there are different implementations of executor interface in Java. For example, ThreadPoolExecutor, SchedulethreadPoolExecutor, ForkJoinPool, and so on. So what we'll do is we'll look into some of those as part of this tutorial. Java provides quite a number of interfaces and quite a number of ThreadPool implementations as well. So to name those, for example, there is ThreadPoolExecutor, which is the normal ThreadPoolExecutor. So it gives you the number of worker threads. There is also scheduled ThreadPoolExecutor. So it is used to schedule a task in future or at a specific given rates and so on. There is ForkJoinPool, so you can actually use it to implement things like divide and conquer. There are some more implementations as well, like single thread executor, work stealing pool, CachedThreadPool, FixedThreadPool, parallel stream executor, serial executor, completable futures, completer, single thread scheduled executor, work managers, and so on. So these are some of the executor implementations available. There are many more which I have not put here. So how do we actually use executors in our code, right? So all we care about is the code program. And literally there are just three important steps to use executors. The very first one is you need to create the instance of the desired implementation. So for example, I want to make use of FixedThreadPool, so I can use that. If I want to use a scheduled thread pool, I can do that. So whatever is your need, whatever the type of thread pool that you need, so you need to specify that. So you can see the first step, right? ExecutorService executor is equal to executors dot new fixed thread pool, and I just passed 3 so that we are just creating 3 worker threads. So we'll look into the different implementations in detail as we proceed. Technically there are just 3 steps. The first one is you would create the instance of the desired implementation that you want to use. And the second one is you would submit the task that you want the worker to execute. So this can be one task and number of tasks theoretically, right? And after your tasks has been executed, you also have to make sure that you are shutting down the executor gracefully. So if you do not shut down, executor will not shut down itself. So your thread will be or your worker thread would be waiting for new tasks to be submitted. So now before I actually talk about individual implementations of executors, so let's understand what are the different APIs available in ExecutorService. So you have seen here that we are creating a thread and then we are assigning it to the ExecutorService. We need to understand what are the different APIs available. So some of those we can see here, like the submit and shutdown methods, right? And there is a base executor interface, not executors. So executors is the factory, but executor is the interface, okay, and the extended version of executor interface is ExecutorService. That's it. So the base executor has a method called execute that would accept any runnable command. So if your class is implementing the runnable interface, so that's what you can submit here. Often we won't call the execute by ourselves, we'll just submit our task. We'll let the executors or the thread pool to decide how to execute them. So we'll not call this by ourselves, but just for your information that execute also a method that is available in ExecutorService. There are some more methods available, so like shutdown. So what shutdown does is it gracefully shuts down the executor by ensuring that no further tasks are submitted to it, okay. So let's say 5 tasks are currently executing, so the shutdown method will ensure that these activities are completed, no further activities are accepted, and then it would shut down the executor. So this is what shutdown does. Sometimes you may want to forcefully shut down, so that's when you can use shutdown now, okay. There are also occasions, specifically when you are dealing with scheduled thread pool. So what schedule does is that you can schedule a job in future, right? And the shutdown method won't know that you have scheduled something for very later future. So what you need to do is you can use the await termination method. So you can specify the amount of time the executor should wait before shutting down. So let's say you want the scheduler to be running for 10 days, right? So you can specify 10 days in the await termination, and after 10 days you want the scheduler to shut down. You can do that pretty easily here. There are again some more methods available, like if you want to check and validate whether scheduler was shut down properly, so you can use the each shutdown method that is available in the scheduler. There is also you can check whether something was terminated. So terminated means that task has been completed. And there are some more, like again, submit is very important. So submit is where you submit your threads or runnable or callable. There are some more, like invoke all. So this would accept a collection of tasks and returns a list of future objects. And there are some more not covering here. So these are the methods available as part of ExecutorService, but we'll be using very few of them, and we'll see in our examples. But it is always good to know all the methods that it provides. So depending on your use case, you can make use of those. So now we'll look into the first thread pool or the most popular thread pool that is available. It's called FixedThreadPool. And so FixedThreadPool means that you have a fixed amount of workers available, and you can assign, you can tell the JVM the number of workers that you need, and these workers will take care of executing your tasks. So there can be 100 of tasks you submit, 500 tasks you submit. So if I say like I want 4 workers to execute my 100 tasks, you can do that pretty well. So let's see, let's understand a little bit about FixedThreadPool and the kind of things that it offers, and then we'll look into code example.
Thank you for watching this tutorial. I will see you in the next video. You can put your questions in the comments below.